Hugh Beaumont, born Eugene Beaumont on February 16, 1909, in Eudora, Kansas, led a life that blended the worlds of faith, family, and acting. Raised in a modest Midwestern home, Beaumont's formative years were infused with strong moral and spiritual values. He eventually moved to California, where he immersed himself in both the entertainment industry and theological studies. Beaumont's journey into Hollywood was more out of necessity than ambition. His heart remained with his calling as a Methodist minister, a role he never fully abandoned. As a young man, he earned a master's degree in theology from the University of Southern California, which set him apart from many of his Hollywood peers. Even during his acting career, Beaumont continued to serve as a minister, filling in at pulpits across Southern California whenever he wasn't on set. Early career in Hollywood, from noir to westerns. Before Hugh Beaumont became a household name as Ward Cleaver on Leave It to Beaver, he spent his early years in Hollywood working in low-budget films and serials. During the 1940s, he began his career in film noir, often playing gritty characters in detective thrillers. Beaumont's imposing presence, his tall frame, steady voice, and composed demeanor quickly made him a sought-after character actor. His versatility allowed him to move seamlessly between genres, including westerns and early television. By the mid-1950s, Beaumont had established himself as a reliable and skilled actor. His early roles laid the foundation for his most famous part, where his intellectual depth and strong moral compass would shine through in every performance, making his transition to television both natural and impactful. Leave It to Beaver, a cultural phenomenon. The year 1957 marked a defining moment in Beaumont's career when he was cast as Ward Cleaver on Leave It to Beaver. The show, which portrayed the idealized Cleaver family, became one of the most beloved series of the 1950s and beyond. Ward Cleaver, played with warmth and dignity by Beaumont, became a symbol of the moral, composed, and loving father that many American families aspired to have. The chemistry between Beaumont and Barbara Billingsley, who played his wife June, made the Cleaver family one of the most enduring representations of 1950s family values on television. Though initially not a major hit, the show gained enormous popularity through reruns, with Beaumont's performance resonating with generations of viewers who saw in him a paragon of fatherly wisdom, patience, and quiet strength. Behind the scenes, a professional's approach. Off-screen, Beaumont's professionalism set him apart as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Despite being surrounded by child actors, including Tony Dow, who played his on-screen son Wally, Beaumont took a personal interest in their well-being. He would often help them with their lines and encourage them to focus on their studies. His fatherly role didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. Beaumont made a point of fostering a respectful professional environment on set, offering advice and mentoring those around him. His dedication to maintaining an atmosphere of respect, both among his colleagues and the crew, earned him admiration in an industry where the pressures of fame could often create friction. Beaumont's ability to balance his on-screen persona with a deeply nurturing presence behind the scenes made him a beloved figure among his castmates. A shift toward personal interests and spirituality. After Leave It to Beaver ended in 1963, Beaumont's career took a different direction. He appeared in several guest roles on shows like Petticoat Junction and The Manx, but he gradually moved away from Hollywood. By the late 1960s, Beaumont sought a quieter, more grounded life. He retreated to Minnesota, where he embraced a new career as a Christmas tree farmer. This move symbolized his desire to disconnect from the intense pressures of Hollywood and reconnect with nature. His new venture also allowed him to focus on his spiritual pursuits, which had always been a significant part of his life. Beaumont's decision to step away from acting and embrace a rural lifestyle highlighted his yearning for peace and simplicity, values that had always been central to his existence. Writing and music, exploring new creative outlets. Though his acting career had taken a back seat, Beaumont's creativity continued to thrive. He turned his attention to writing, penning numerous television screenplays. His skill in crafting compelling narratives translated seamlessly from his acting work to the written word. Beaumont didn't limit himself to television. He also wrote radio scripts and contributed short stories to magazines, demonstrating his versatility across various forms of media. At the same time, he continued to pursue his passion for music, particularly jazz drumming. Beaumont had been an accomplished jazz drummer before his acting career took off, and he never let go of this love for rhythm and melody. Whether playing in local clubs or jamming with friends, music remained an essential part of his life, adding another layer to his multifaceted personality. The private life, a man of faith and humor. Away from the spotlight, Beaumont led a quiet life focused on his faith, family, and the outdoors. He was deeply spiritual, regularly officiating weddings and funerals for family and friends. His strong sense of morality and deep empathy made him well-suited to provide comfort during life's most challenging moments. He also had a strong sense of humor, often lightening the mood on set with clever anecdotes and witty remarks. This dry, intelligent humor became a hallmark of his interactions with colleagues, making him both a respected actor and a cherished friend. When not working, Beaumont was an avid outdoorsman, enjoying activities like fishing, hiking, and camping. His love for nature allowed him to escape the pressures of fame and reconnect with the simple pleasures of life. Tensions, behind the scenes, the strained relationship with Tony Dow. Despite his professional demeanor, Beaumont's time on Leave It to Beaver wasn't without its personal challenges. One of the most surprising aspects of his time on the show was his strained relationship with Tony Dow, who played his on-screen son, Wally Cleaver. Although their on-screen relationship seemed warm and fatherly off-screen, Beaumont harbored a deep resentment toward Dow. The young actor's lack of experience and perceived disrespect for the professionalism Beaumont valued led to growing frustration. Beaumont's high standards for discipline and seriousness clashed with Dow's youthful energy and natural charisma. While Dow's performance was beloved by fans, Beaumont felt that his co-star's approach lacked the polish and commitment required for the high standards of the show. This tension, though never openly discussed, lingered throughout the series and was one of the few areas where Beaumont's otherwise composed nature faltered. Retirement and legacy, a quiet life and final years. By the early 1970s, Beaumont had stepped away from acting altogether. He retired to Minnesota, where he found peace in his work as a Christmas tree farmer. However, his legacy in Hollywood remained strong. In 1980, he made a rare public appearance during a Leave It to Beaver reunion, where he was celebrated for his contributions to the beloved series. That reunion served as a fitting tribute to Beaumont's lasting impact on television and his enduring role as an American television icon. Unfortunately, Beaumont's health began to decline, and he suffered a stroke in 1970. The stroke forced him to retire completely, but he remained active in his spiritual life and continued to enjoy his time in nature. He passed away on May 14, 1982, at the age of 72, while visiting his son in Munich. His death marked the end of a life filled with creative pursuits, personal devotion, and a quiet commitment to his principles. The influence of Hugh Beaumont's family. Hunter Beaumont's legacy. Hugh Beaumont's legacy was also carried on by his children, particularly his eldest son, Hunter Beaumont. Hunter pursued a career in psychotherapy and became a respected author, contributing to the field of mental health. His international work, particularly in Germany, reflected the intellectual and creative environment in which he had been raised. Hunter's achievements in the field of psychotherapy were a testament to the values instilled in him by his father, including empathy, discipline, and a commitment to improving the lives of others. Hunter passed away in 2023, but his work continues to have a significant impact on the global mental health community. Through his son's work and the values he passed down, Hugh Beaumont's influence continued long after his death. A lasting legacy. More than just a TV father, Hugh Beaumont's life extended far beyond the role of ward cleaver. He was a man of faith, humor, and deep personal conviction. His contributions to television, music, writing, and his community were substantial, and his quiet leadership in all aspects of his life earned him the respect of those who knew him. Though his time in Hollywood was marked by tension and challenges, Beaumont's legacy endures through the lives he touched and the roles he played. Whether ministering to a grieving family, playing the perfect father on TV, or quietly reflecting in nature, Hugh Beaumont lived a life filled with purpose, and his impact continues to be felt in the hearts of those who remember him.